everybody, it's Michelle. I'm back. This is Creative Operation and I have yet another little notebook idea for you. So as you know, I've been getting ready for a craft show and I'm trying to get some, little gifts put together so that people can use them for, like in their purses or use them as stocking stuffers or whatever. And I came up with another idea. I have done several videos using some dollar store notepads that I found. So these are cute little notepads and they measure 3.5 by 5. They, in my dollar store, are in the section where they have all the stuff for teachers, the little classroom supplies and stuff. That's where they had those. But you might want to check in the stationery section as well. They come in a package of 3 and I've been using several of them. They have white, yellow, pink, and blue notepads. And then at the Dollar Tree, that's where I got these Post-it pads, and they measure, they're a little bit different size, 3 by 2.5. Now I've had a lot of people say they cannot find these. So do check in your Dollar Tree. That's where I found them. They come in a package of 4 of these a piece. If you cannot find them, a couple ideas is to cut them off. So you would cut off a 1/2 inch using a straight edge and like an X-Acto knife to do that. Or you could just use 1. You don't have to use 2, but I had an idea for using 2. So that's what we're going to work on today. This is a cute little notepad, not super huge, and it fits perfectly in your purse. I did add a pen that I found at the Dollar Tree, a pack of these for it, and you can attach a pen to it, put a little bow on the spine, and you've got a cute little gift. This does have a magnet closure to keep everything closed. All right, and so on the inside, I did add a little pocket here so you could put little receipts or whatever. And then when you open it up, you have the 2 different colors of Post-it notepads here, and then you have a regular notepad here. So it's just a fun little kind of pocket notebook, different size, different combination of things, but really fun. So I just thought I'd real quick do a tutorial and show you how I did it. All right, so I'm going to put this off to the side here real quick and start off with some cardstock. So let me grab my scoreboard, and you're going to need a piece of cardstock that is 11.25 by 5.25. Okay, we're going to score this with the 11.25 at the top at 3.25, 3 3/4, 7.5, and 8. Okay, that's all we're going to do with that. Then what we're going to do is we're going to fold and burnish. This does have a 1/2 inch gusset, so you do have a little bit of wiggle room to add all of our papers and whatnot in. And I did choose on this one, this project, to double mat it, so I've got actually enough to make a couple more, and so I did choose to double mat it. It just makes it a little bit sturdier if you want to put it, like pop it in your purse or something like that. This would be really cute on your desk. This would be cute as a teacher gift. Again, a gift for Christmas, a little stocking stuffer, all that. Okay, so this will fold up like so, and that's how it closes. So we are going to do a magnet closure on pattern paper on the outside. Okay, so I have cut a few things, so let me get this organized here. I'm using some pink paper from my stash. We'll need a bigger piece later, so I'm gonna put that off to the side. But then, like I said, I did want to double mat it, so I'm gonna put a piece here and a piece here, and then I'm gonna put a piece here. So let's talk measurements. The 2 sections on the outsides here are 3 1/8 by 5 1/8. So you'll need 2 of those, and then you'll need a piece that is 3 5/8 by 5 1/8. Okay, and then I went down another 1/8 of an inch to do the pattern papers for these. So I chose this cute paper, and all of these notebooks that I'm making with this are out of a Bella Boulevard collection that I have had in my stash for quite a little while. I'll grab the package so I can show you. It's super cute. Love it. It's called Home Sweet Home, and it is definitely an older kit. I did get it at Tuesday morning a long time ago, so it's been kind of waiting in my stash for a little bit. I'm trying to look for a date, but I'm not seeing one but if I find it, I'll let you know. But anyway, that's the kit I'm using. Thought it would be a fun kind of thing. So I did cut 3 by 5, 2 of those for the outside, and then we've got one for the back cover that is, dun, 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 if I could get my fingers and everything to work right. Yeah, 3.5. Whoa, use my words, by 5. Okay, so those are gonna get glued on the outside. And then I did cut some little pieces of the matching cardstock here that I picked out, this pink color that's really pretty, for the spines. So these are 5 1/8, I believe, tall. Yes, by 3/8. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is take the back side, so the side that is going to be underneath, I turned it over and used the opposite color because I thought that it would look really pretty to have kind of that little contrast of color. And then also that's where our magnet's gonna go. So what I'm gonna do is put this off to the side for a second, and we're going to set a magnet and glue these down. So let me glue these down, and then I'll come back and we'll talk about the magnet, okay? So I have these glued down. So when we fold it up, this is going to be the front, back, and then we're going to put our other piece here. This is the one that I had matted here. So we put that off to the side because we do need to set our magnet, but before we do that, we need to add our pocket. So let's put this off to the side for just a second and grab this other piece of cardstock. So this is, again, part of the matte paper that I chose. This is 4 5/8 by 5 and, did I cut that right? Did I cut that right? Yes, I did. Okay, so it is, I want to make sure that I did it right, 4 5/8 by 5 1/8, okay? And on the 4 5/8, we're going to score it at 3 1/8, okay? So 3 1/8. So then we'll put that scoreboard away, and we're going to fold and burnish, and that is going to be our little pocket, okay? So I chose another piece of paper to mat that, and let's double check because I'm going to show you. So I used the same paper that I used on the outside, and then I used the opposite side, which will be the blue florals for the pocket, okay? So this again is 3 by 5, and we'll glue that down on the inside of that pocket. Again, this is just going to give it nice strength here. I want this to be durable, especially if you're going to throw it in a purse or a backpack or something, you know, because they can get banged around a little bit. So this will just give it a little bit of extra something, okay? Do that. And then we're going to glue the pocket. So we're just going to go ahead and put a little line of glue top and bottom, like so, and then glue that down, okay? So far, easy peasy. Now this is where we're going to put it in our book next, and then we'll set the magnet, all right? So that'll just go right here on the inside. So again, check your orientation, make sure we've got this going on the right way, okay? And then we'll go ahead and glue this pocket down. After we do this, then we'll set our magnet. I have been waiting all morning so that I could do this video. We've had to have a window replaced, and I'll tell you what, the work that they had to do was quite noisy. It was like when the roof got done, it was a lot of banging and drilling and sawing and all kinds of stuff up there. So yeah, they're done. It's beautiful and it's gorgeous and I love it. But yeah, it was quite loud. Okay, so we got that done. Now let's grab our magnets. So I'm using basic gray large magnets, and you just need one. So we'll get our positive and our negative side here. And then I'm just going to simply, I'm going to pop that off and put it right in the middle of the pocket. Okay, so I'm not measuring, I'm just eyeballing, but I just kind of want it right in the middle. I want enough space on the outside. And then what I'm going to do is take that off, and I'm going to fold this piece over so that the spine is behind. Okay, and then I'm going to fold this piece over so that the spine is in front. Okay, so we get the correct kind of measurement. And then I'm just going to lay that down and set my magnet, and then carefully pick that off, and then you're good to go. Okay, so when you close this, you'll have your nice gussets ready to go. Okay, so then we'll take that off, and then we're going to use my little tape thing because Michelle likes her little tape security blanket on her magnets. So we're going to put a little bit of score tape on each one, and I'm just going to kind of smush that around it. Okay, we'll do it on the other side as well. Like so. Okay. All right, so then this is where we can go ahead and now we can glue our pattern paper on top of our pocket. Easy peasy, right? This is so easy and so quick. It takes like one sheet of paper, decorative paper, to make one of these, which is not much. One magnet, half a sheet of cardstock, and you have got a really cute little project. And then, you know, if you get these pads at the dollar store, they're super inexpensive because you get so many per pack. So that's a good thing, right? All right, so now we can do the other side. So I'm just going to glue that pattern paper onto the pink mat. All right. This is such a bright, cheery collection, too. I didn't want to do all Christmas stuff for the craft fair because some people don't do Christmas. And but you may want to like buy this, somebody's birthday might be coming up and you don't want to buy them a Christmas something for their birthday, right? So thought that this would be a good idea. So I've got a variety of different notepads. And then the other cool thing is that when I've done my craft fairs in the past, there have been times where I've only made a couple things, but then I ended up taking orders and you know, going home and making more. So I was able to kind of do it to order to their liking, to do a different paper that they liked. So that was kind of fun too. So I always, I found, where did I find it? I think on Canva. They have a lot. I can't remember if it was on Canva or not, but you can get like, you know, free printable order forms and stuff. So you can get all of the information for folks, you know, get their phone numbers and stuff and write down exactly what they want, you know, talk to them and everything. And then like last year I did that. I sold quite a few things actually after the fact because I ended up getting orders for stuff. So got to be careful and not get yourself overextended, of course. But but it was really nice, you know, because you know, sometimes you don't have to make all the things. You know, you can make a couple and then, you know, say, hey, I can make them in a different paper if you'd rather. And then they go, oh, okay. So I just glued these down. If you wanted to do some sort of a pocket or a belly band, you totally can do that. This intersection here is 3 3/4. So if you took a strip that was 4 3/4, scored it at 1/2 inch on each end, and did a little belly band, then you could make this replaceable. I didn't do that. I just went ahead and glued them down on this one. So that's what I'm going to do here. I'm just going to glue it down. So I'm just taking my pad, and you notice I did not put pattern paper on this because this pad is going to cover it all up. So I'm just going to center this. You're going to have about 1/8 of an inch of space around, and boom, you're done. Okay. So again, if you want to add a belly band or a little pocket or something and make this replaceable, you can. Another cute idea to make it replaceable, which I just thought of and probably should have thought of that earlier, is you could use a little clip like that. And then that would make it reusable. It probably would be a little bit, for a purse, probably wouldn't work super good, but you know, that's another option too. All right, so then you come to this side. So then you just decide which color you want on the top and the bottom. Now these particular Post-it pads, they open this way, so make sure that they're going in that direction. And then I literally just centered them down, and then I just glued them down a little bit. That's all I did, and it made a super cute little pad. So I'm just going to kind of center this And you'll have a little bit of space in between the pads, so it's easier to grab them. And again, I'm just adding a little bit of glue. And, you know, these are going to be kind of a more permanent thing. But I think by the time you end up using all of this, you might need a new notebook anyway, right? So that's it. So then you just, boom, there you go. Now, the other little decorative thing that I did do was that I wanted to do like a little ribbon tie on the outside. So I just grabbed a piece of ribbon I thought kind of matched everything. And then what I'm going to do is grab my score tape, and I'm going to use 1/8 inch on this one. And I'm going to put a little line right through the middle because I just want to make sure that the ribbon stays kind of secured and doesn't fly around. And I don't know if I've ever showed you. Well, I think I did when I did my craft room redo. I have hooks and stuff behind my door that I have my ribbons on, and I cut them to about, 1 yard or so pieces. And then that way, when I need a chunk, I can just grab it off the back of my door, off that hook. And they're ready to go. So some of the ribbon, I don't do that. It depends on which ribbon it is, but stuff like this, that's pretty, fairly inexpensive, I'll just do that because then they're just ready to go. And I don't have to mess around with going through, a whole bunch of spools and all that stuff. So that's just kind of what I like to do. So I'm just wrapping this around. I put a little score tape on the spine just to secure it there, but left enough room for the knot here. And then that way when you tie the knot and the ribbon kind of bunches up, you don't see the score tape, right? But it stays secure. And then I'm just going to tie my little bow and fluff it how I want. There you go. You could always put also a little bit of glue on that knot to help make sure that that doesn't get untied. And then just trim. If I can get my fingers to work again. Right? And then for me, I like to add a little fire so that these don't get unraveled. So I'm just going to melt the ends a little bit. Just be careful. Don't burn yourself. And don't get it near the paper. Okay? Just a little bit. And you're good to go. So we have our little notebook. All right? Isn't that adorable? So there's 2 down. I've got a couple more to go, and I will get those done, and I'll add that to the picture at the beginning of the video so you can see all of the different ones I made. But that is the tutorial for this little notebook. Now, if you have, I can do stickers and stuff. This paper collection doesn't have a lot of stickers in it. It actually doesn't have any stickers in it. So I might go through my stash and see if there's something that I might want to do, but I'm not super cracked up about the little 2x2s because it says like home sweet home and the best is yet to come and stuff like that. So I don't know. I think something different probably would be better. But anyway, there you go. That's the tutorial. So this is my little, another notepad tutorial with 2 different colors of Post-it notes this time. So thanks for watching. Have a great day. Stay crafty, and I will see you again soon. All right? Take care. Bye-bye.